Alrighty, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again. It is December 15th. It is Friday of this week. We just wrapped up, or at least I just wrapped up for the week and for the year. I'm calling it here. Got some family stuff that I'm going to be doing for Christmas, so I'm going to be away from the charts. But do it to say today was a pretty great day for the model. On the 15-second chart, I saw a lot of people eating on Twitter. Absolutely eating, banking. But I'm just going to go over the setups that I like today and kind of go over my thought process and explain some of my tweets about using structure for the highest probable setups. But yeah, getting into this, so we actually did have some good setups pre-market. Obviously, there was quite a bit of volatility pre-market just due to the fact that we had some early news drivers at 7:30 CST, and we had one at 8:45 also. So realistically, so the time frames I have gave y'all, or like the time window to trade this, is set there because there's consistently volatility within that time. Not necessarily like if you want to trade outside of the hours, like I said on my Twitter, obviously it's your own due diligence. You determine whether if volatility is high enough. If it is, then go at it. I mean, that's exactly what pre-market was. A couple of the people in my Discord were, I think Steve was trading pre-market and he had a couple winners pre-market. So it was good to see, but getting into this first setup right here, obviously we had bounced off, mitigated this fair value gap. We can deem this one a temporary breakaway. We had broke this short-term low on the second candle of that fair value gap creation, that 3-candle pattern. And we set our limit right at the yellow line right there. As you can see, this one only had, let's measure it real quick, 0.75 points, or 0.75 ticks, not even a full point of drawdown before it came down, went break even, and then went to TP1, 12 points, and then almost reached our TP2. Didn't quite reach it, but that is where the market started to flip. We had taken out a major buy side or sell side level right there, and as you can see, market started to flip. Structure started to become bullish. Let's see if I can pull it over right here. As you can see, we started trending back upwards right there. So right there is when I wanted to start flipping and seeing longs after we had this little change in state of delivery. And then kind of right here, you can see bullish PD arrays are starting to be respected. So obviously the market's, if it's respecting bullish PD arrays pretty frequently, obviously the market is starting to roll back over into a buy program coming from a sell program. So obviously that's something I like to preach is if you want the highest probable setups and the ones that are usually going to go to full TP like 12 and 18, trade with structure. If structure is bullish, take bullish scalp setups. It's pretty simple. But getting into the next trade that we had pre-market right here, obviously we bounced off this fair value gap, did close below it a little bit, but we still repriced off of it, displaced up, broke that high right there, get our fair value gap, draw it out, tagged in right there. This one dug a little deeper, came back into that fair value gap right there before just absolutely shooting up, hit all of our targets, all 18 points pre-market, which is pretty cool. And then kind of getting, this is something I wanted to explain. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw this video that I posted right before pre-market right here. So obviously we get a scalp setup presented right here. As I say, trade with structure. Structure's bullish. This makes 0 sense to take. Why? Also, we are repricing off a 1 minute fair value gap. This is where I say you got to add logic into this. You can look at this through the mechanical glasses, but in reality, if you really want to see consistent success with this, you're going to have to add some thought into it. Like market structure, it's the foundation of the market. If you understand it, there is no reason you won't be able to find success. So obviously right there, that was illogical. Would make no sense to take that, especially repricing off a 1 minute fair value gap as stated. So right here, as you can see, the market flipped. We started to come back after that little tiny retracement. We started again, still respecting bullish PD arrays right here, holding this fair value gap right here. Came, wick down, took out that little low right there, that low right there, displaced up. This was a pretty clean setup right here, I have to say. So obviously we have a fair value gap, we get our gone box. We draw it, set a limit at the top yellow line. This one only had, let's measure it real quick. Again, 0.75 ticks of drawdown. 3 ticks. Came up, went 14.75 points, not quite 18, so still hit 2 targets. And then right here, as we were approaching, we came up right here. We took out over here. You can see we took out this buy side level. So obviously, if market starts to flip, we can and bearish PD arrays start to get respected, we can possibly seek some shorts back into this range, and it's exactly what happened right here. Obviously, we respected. We flipped right here, We started respecting bearish PD arrays right here, displaced through some old fair value gaps right there, and then we had a clean one right here. This one didn't quite meet my requirement of 2 candles within an entry, but I do think a couple people took this. As you can see, this one just absolutely melted. Grabbed the wrong tool right there. This one just absolutely melted right down to all TPs. As you can see right there. So obviously you'd have been tagged in 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 1 minute, 1 minute, 15 seconds, 1 minute, and 30 seconds. And you are out with a 2R right there, or 1.5, depending if you're using 9 point or 12 point. And then as you can see right down here, price did come back. As you can see, structure right here, we held this area. We didn't take this low, and then we started to displace back up. So this is telling me structure is bullish. I want to see bullish scalp setups. So from there, obviously, this is kind of what I wanted to explain right here is this is taking scalps against structure. Obviously, clearly, we're making higher highs and lower lows. We get a couple bearish scalp setups right here. However, they still did. If you took them, they were break-even trades. But this is my point. This is the point I'm trying to prove right here, obviously. If you're trading against structure, don't expect it to go 12 or 18 points because it's not gonna. So obviously right here, we get tagged in right there. We displace below that low. Get tagged in, and it comes down 7.25 points right there. I believe those actually 8 points right there. So, and then we immediately flip back up. We get another bearish scalp setup right here. Don't break this low that put in that high right there. And we get tagged in right there. That one went 7.75 points again. So getting into the next one right here was the obviously no setup here. We didn't come back up. Nothing right there. And then we started to trade above through this fair value gap right here. And then we put in a lower high right here. So in my eyes, if I was actually trading today, I just did paper, obviously, because I had already met my goal for the week. I actually follow my rules, unlike a lot of people on Twitter. But this one was logical and would make sense because we started disrespecting bullish PD arrays right here. We were closing through fair value gaps, obviously with some pretty strong displacement. So we would have been tagged in right there. This one did dig a little bit deeper up here, 5.75 points, but still not anywhere near where your stop would have been. And this one did only go, so it went 6 points, obviously break even, and then it went 11.25 points. So obviously we started to consolidate a little. Market didn't want to have any clear direction. This is where I tweeted that I said I want to see us displace higher or lower to get a more gauge on market structure because we're just trading within a range. Illogically, you do not want to be trading in those times because they are improbable setups. And I believe, obviously, market did displace up, so structure started to become bullish again. And then right down here is when we started to flip. This was the next setup we got, I believe. Yeah, so this one right here, obviously market started to flip. We had some equal lows right here. Actually, I believe there was a setup. Where was it? Oh yeah, so obviously, as I always say, there are equal lows present. So in this case, we get a long scalp right here. Obviously, this still would have been technically a winner, but I like to take the highest probable scalps possible. And obviously, we had equal lows right down here within this open fair value gap. So obviously, I was not even entertaining that. I wanted to see the market eventually come down and take those before even entertaining something else. So this is where this logical short comes in right here. Is I believe that this is going to come down here and take us to this low. And as you can see, it did, but it didn't take it. It matched it exactly. So we even had a triple equal lows right here. So obviously the market started to turn back up a little right there. And then we get a bullish scalp setup right here. Again, illogic. No reason to take this. We have triple equal lows below us. We are in a premium market right now. So we're expecting, even then right here, just basic market structure. If we're up here breaking highs, we're going to expect a little retracement back in here. This is just something that comes with screen time. And I'm telling you right now, if you just spend some time, back test, watch a couple videos on market structure, Stoic TA, he has a fantastic structure video that I'm going to try and link it in the description, or I'll post it on my Twitter. But that is a great one to go watch, especially over the holidays. If you have some time, I would highly recommend you go check that out. And once you get that down, this is all going to start to click. It's all going to start to click. Like I said, it's the foundation of the market. So obviously from there, we had a little period where there was no clean setups, some equal lows. Obviously this one right here, we had an open fair value up here. I do believe this was still a winner, but against structure, somewhat. And then I believe we had one more. We did have one. No, I think that was a higher time frame one. But obviously, we had this one. We were still continuing to make higher highs right here. So until this low gets invalidated, market is bullish. So I'm going to be seeking bullish setups. So we get a clean one right here. This one only went 4.5 points. So this one I would deem as a loser, but it's part of it. You're not going to have a 100% win rate in the market. Anyone who says they do, maybe winning days, but winning trades, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So obviously, this one we displaced above this high right here. We had taken this little low right here, and there was definitely, let's see if we can look on the 1 minute real quick where this was. We were bouncing off a discount fair value gap right there. So we definitely would have been logical to take this, at least in my eyes, to take us up to these equal highs up here. So I believe that was the last one within the 10:30 window. Overall, it was a absolutely beautiful day. Like I said, a lot of people, I appreciate that. If you're using my model and you're making some good money, shoot me a message on Twitter or something. I appreciate it. Like seriously, especially like just recently this week, the support has been absolutely amazing. Like it's truly a blessing, seriously. And I'm just grateful for you guys and being able to teach y'all just this model. It means a lot, and I'm looking forward to the future. As I say, this is only the beginning, folks. So with that said, I will catch y'all in the next video. Like I said, I am going to be gone on holidays. I'll still try to be super active on Twitter. I will not be at my home setup. So obviously, I don't know if I'll be able to get these kind of videos posted, but I'll try and figure something out and kind of go from there. But as for now, that's it. I'll see y'all later. Peace.